it's Shilpa here. Happy Friday. I am doing some crafting today as it's my day off, and I'm making a card, so I thought I'll record the card making process as well while I'm doing this. And I have got another project that I want to film today as well, so when I get some time today I'll be filming that. So recently I purchased the Rose Quartz collection, Prima marketing Rose Quartz collection from the Mad Scrapper online store, and just making a quick card. So I'm using the 6x6 paper pad, and I'm also using these beautiful Prima embellishments, these butterflies. They're just so darling. I absolutely love the look of them. So the card I'm going to make today is going to be very simple, and I'm just going to use this paper here, which is so beautiful, and then I'm also going to use the reverse is this one here, and I've also got some pink card from my scraps, because it's only going to be a 6x6 card, so I don't need huge amounts. So what I've already done is I've cut my card base, and it's 6x6, and we're going to go from there. So excuse my nails, they're such a mess today, but I will be doing them later on. So there's my card base. It is 6x6 and it's a top folding card, so the crease is at the top. And what I've already done is cut some of my layers. So the first layer I'm going to put down is this beautiful marbled effect, distress kind of a look black piece, and I'm going to keep this piece flat. So all I'm going to use is some wet glue. I think I've run out of my double-sided tape, but wet glue is absolutely fine as well. And I always use the tacky PVA glue, or I use Collal. So today I'm using the tacky PVA glue, and that's the Anita's one. And I find that this one dries really well, and it doesn't really warp the paper or card that I'm working on. And the best thing with wet glue is obviously you can straighten up and stick down whenever you think it is straight. So then my next layers, they're going to be dimensional, so I'll be using some foam pads, and these are the pieces that I've cut out. So I've used, this is the one that's the lightest from the black and but darker than the pink, but I needed it to soften up this one here, so I used this like a craft colored card, and it is one-sided because it's from a paper pad which I cannot remember the name of, but it's a lovely tan color. So I'm just going to put that aside for a second and work on these layers now. So I want to darken the edges of this card here, so I'm just using Paper Mania black ink, and it just gives it a nice finished kind of a look. I'm not distressed, I'm not going to make it look too distressed, I just want the edges in black. Okay, I'm going to do the same on this one, and you can see straight away it kind of like finishes the edge off. And this is a really simple card, because usually I do quite a lot of the chunky looking cards, which I need boxes for, but this one can just go in an envelope. We do the same on this pink piece here. So these are all my little mats and layers for my card. Okay, and then I don't need to do that. Well, actually I will, because it's got some white edges which I don't want. Okay, so those are my little mats and layers done, and I'm going to assemble them as I said, using foam pads, because I want a bit of dimension on them. So if I can find my foam, just gonna them on. And these foam pads I usually get from the pound shop, believe it or not, and they are actually super sticky, so it's really affordable. And I go through this quite a fair bit because they're great for dimension, obviously. I'm just going to put a bit of wet glue so I know even if the foam dries, it's not going to go anywhere. It's always going to be stuck on there. So put this down like so, and then the pink layer is going to go flat against the coloured bit, the floral. So I'm just going to put foam pad on this bit. Even though I want dimension, I don't want like a huge amount because I said it's going to go in an envelope. I love the colours of this paper pad. I think it's just so gorgeous. And then this layer is going to sit on top of that one with some wet glue. It's really simple to create a really nice layered card. And usually I go crazy with my flowers and my lace and whatnots, but this time I'm not. Okay, so then before I put this layer on top of that, I have got some tiny bit of lace from my box of scraps, and I want to go around this layer, but I think this is a bit too cream. And then I've got this another little piece which is more of a bright white, so I think I'm going to go with that. And all I'm going to do is lift these layers up, and I'm going to wrap the lace at the bottom like so. So I'm going to use hot glue for this, and I don't really have a lot of space for the lace because it is a piece of scrap, but it will work. I'm going to do the same on this side. Like that. And I've got some glue on my fingers. Okay, and then this is going to be placed on there because now my lace is all neat and tidy. So for this, I think I'm going to use some more foam pad because it's a bit more dimension, and I'm going to go over the lace with the foam this time, just to make it a bit more secure. Cut it off there. And again, I'm going to put a bit more wet glue on because I want this card to last a while. Sometimes you find when double-sided foam pads dry, they kind of just drop off, so it's best to add a bit of wet glue. Okay, so that's how it's looking so far. Then what I have is a die cut, and I've just stamped out Have a Wonderful Day. So I've just stamped that on there with just some black Versamark ink pad, and I'm going to put this on top of this beautiful die cut here. And this is one of the Tattered Lace dies. It's from the Sorbet collection, and I absolutely love the detail of this, and it's quite big. So I'm going to have it going this way, and I'm going to have this sentiment in the center of that. And before I do that, I just want to ink the edge of this. I'm going to leave the lacy bit as it is, but I want to ink the sentiment just so that it pops a bit more off the actual large die cut piece. And that's that bit there. And then I think I'm gonna have a bit of foam pad on here. Wet glue again. Just have it sitting right there. And then a bit more on the back of this one. This is where my dimension is. Wet glue. On there, and that looks really adorable already. So what I've got left to do is create a bow and add my butterflies. So I've got this pink satin ribbon, and I'm just gonna make a quick bow. When I say quick, I hope it is quick. So it's not going to be a huge bow, and I usually have quite a lot of bows made up, but I didn't have any in this colour, so I've just pulled this ribbon out and I'm gonna make a quick bow like that. Just trying to determine how big I want it. Yeah, that looks fine. And I'm just gonna snip the ends off. I want the satin end looking up, so I'm just gonna twist it a teensy bit and get my satin facing one way. It's quite difficult to see actually, because the colour is very similar on both sides. In fact, I'm just going to leave it. Don't want it too big. There. And then I'm going to put that on with hot glue. Just right in the middle here. And I want these a bit shorter. I'm just going to go in and cut that off. And one last thing to do is add my adorable butterflies. So just thinking which colours to use. I think I've got quite a lot of white going on, so I can just, I quite like these here. Okay, so I'm just going to bob them out of this bag. They are really cute. I think you can make these. Basically what they are is just 2 layers of butterflies. Like one is obviously smaller than the other, and then just one rhinestone. So you can punch out these using the paper and make your own. So I think the black may be a bit too black. I really like this one, so I'm going to go ahead and put 3 of these on. One I can have just sitting here. Then I've got another one which I'm going to have just going off the page slightly like that, and one more I think I'm going to have just sat by the sentiment here as well. And that's my card. Actually, before I finish my card off, I'm gonna quickly do the inside and finish it off. So let's just flick it open, and I already have got cut some black card, and I've got some leftovers from the pieces that I cut before. So even though they're not full squares, I can make it like a panoramic kind of an insert. So I'm gonna put this on with hot glue. Not hot glue, wet glue rather, and then finish the inside of the card off. Okay, so obviously I don't want the whole of the insert to be black, because it's going to be difficult to write something in and see it unless you've got some you know, bright white or colourful opaque pens. And then the white, so I want this all flat. I don't want any dimension on the inside because that can just warp the whole card. And I've got this layer that's going to go on there. I've got this pink which matches the front of the card. That's just going to kind of go a bit central there. And then this beautiful caramel kind of a coloured card that I'm gonna just put on the inside of this pink bit here. So you can see it's just like loads of layers, and it just draws your eyes in. And so that is my insert, and that is the front of the card. And I've not gone over the top, as you can see, with embellishments, just a few butterflies, a bit of lace from my box of ever-growing scraps, and a tiny little ribbon and a beautiful die cut. So it's just a lovely layered card, very easy to achieve just by using, even if you had small pieces, you can layer them up and make little 3x3 cards. But it's a lovely way to use up your small pieces of paper and card. And there's the inside. So hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon, hopefully later on today with another project video, but if not, it's going to be in a few days time. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.